Man, oh man, the majority of people lost money yesterday. Let me tell you something. I thought Kansas was a lock. I thought Baylor was a lock. Colorado, I did say take the 15 and a half when it was 15.5 earlier in the week. So if you bet plus 15 and a half Colorado, you did great. If you bet money line Colorado, you did really great. Um, who else? Uh, Kansas State covered. Utah did not cover. Utah, shockingly, lost at home. But that's what I like about this new Big 12. Anybody can win. We all knew Iowa State would win the way they would win 20-0, like I said on the pregame or early in the week when I did the picks or whatever. Iowa State's just going to win. They don't need to blow you out. They don't need to put 50 on the point on the board. They just need to beat you 17-0, 20-0, and that's what they did. Iowa State football. We're gonna kick your butt, but we're not gonna run the score up. So I would say Texas Tech cover. All right, Texas Tech, they covered by exactly 3. So if you bet Texas Tech at home, they cover. That's 2 weeks in a row. Texas Tech is covered. Now let's get to uh, Kansas State. They rebounded. They did their thing, and it was close there early. But it was like once Avery Johnson got out the pocket and he started throwing those deep play action passes, Kansas State defense took over. They managed the clock, and they got out of there. I still think Oklahoma State's hurting. But here's the thing about Oklahoma State, guys. Every year, and I'll say this a million times this season, every year there's a game people are hard on Mike Gundy about. And then out of nowhere, Mike Gundy will win a game that you think he has no chance of winning. That's Mike Gundy for you in Stillwater. They win games that they ain't supposed to win. You know, even the old Big 12, they win at Oklahoma when you think they're not going to get to a bowl game. They win at Texas. They always find a way to win games that you don't think that they should win. So never count out Oklahoma State when Mike Gundy is there. Baylor BYU. Okay. Baylor got off to a horrible start. I believe they was down 21-0, 14-0. And then finally they got some things going. In the second half, when I saw multiple times that they should have closed it and tied it, or at least took a small lead with a field goal or something, and I hate criticizing coaches because it's a hard job. It's not easy. We don't know what they're thinking. We don't know what they see inside practice. However, some of the play calls on the fourth downs, it worked in one drive in the first half, but in the second half, some of the play calls on fourth down, but most importantly, there was a couple second down play calls, and I'm sitting there like, y'all trying to win that game and y'all doing this on second down? Then the very last chance, the Baylor got it. I had a feeling, I said, they're not going to get this because in the second to last drive, I'm sitting there thinking like, y'all got all y'all timeouts left, or majority of them. Why don't y'all kick the field goal and try and get it back? They're only down 7. Instead, they went for it on fourth. And I don't know. It was just a lot of goofy play calling. But shout out to Dave Aranda and his squad. They did fight back. But BYU looks really good in this new Big 12. But there was just a lot of goofy stuff that I didn't get in the play calling. But Baylor did bounce back and fight back. I hope they bounce back and they don't let their season tank. Let's jump on over to Arizona and Utah. Utah just never woke up. Utah must have felt like they were going to walk through this game with no problem, and they never woke up. And Arizona capitalized, and then once they got the ball back late in the fourth, they just ran the clock out. It was as simple as that. Utah was a 10-point favorite. Kansas. I really thought Kansas would be able to win at home, find a way to win by 2 at home. But shout out to TCU and their head coach. Hell of an adjustment. Dominated the second half. Got to win it. They needed on the road after the upset loss to UCF. Colorado. Every coach has said this, even though Colorado has a lot of haters. I'm one of those people that's neutral. If Coach Prime needs criticizing, I'll say what's going on there. But I'm not one of those people that just sit around and make videos that are negative. When they win, you give them their props. When they lose and they look like they had a chance to win, you give them shit, just like any other team. I don't understand why people say last week 1 of 3 games you win. Then now they're 4-1. Now people say 1 of 4. It's like you can't just keep moving the goalposts. Give props to those guys. They played their ass off. They went in the bounce house and they kicked UCF's ass. It's that simple and plain. Surprise and excitement of yesterday. But as I was saying at the beginning, every college coach has said that they face, if those receivers get going, they are unstoppable. If that offense gets going, it's unstoppable. They have a lot of number 1 receivers on that team. So, hats off to Colorado Buffs. Think we covered everybody. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Utah lost to Arizona. BYU got Baylor. Colorado beat UCF. Iowa State at Houston. I believe West Virginia and Arizona State have bye weeks this week. So we did not see neither of those 2 teams. Cincinnati at Texas Tech, I guess we really didn't go over that. Ended like how I thought it would. Texas Tech got a lead in the second half, and I thought they would cruise. But hats off to the Bearcats for fighting back. The only thing I can say is the call at the end that people are confused about. I didn't have a problem with it for one reason. When it comes to tackling, I feel like there's a lot of calls that are called on these defensive players, and it's easier for the offensive player to shift their body or go down quick. And if the defensive player is already in midair trying to lay the hit, that can easily turn into a targeting based on how the offensive player positions itself. So, unfortunate. Cincinnati did have a chance to tie it. They missed the field goal. Texas Tech got to win 44-41. As I said, they covered. And we on to the next week. Colorado has a bye week. I'll do picks later, but Colorado has a bye week. I'll see who else has a bye week. But top of the Big 12 now, nobody expected is it's still a team in Utah, but it's not Utah. It's the BYU Cougars. Shout out to them in their program. But that's Big 12 Nation, man. Recap. What an exciting day yesterday. Just some unbelievable games. Some people covered, some people didn't cover. I'll go over it one more time. Colorado covered. Baylor did not cover. Iowa State covered. Kansas did not cover. I was surprised. But Texas Tech did cover. So, shout out to Texas Tech. Shout out to Colorado. If you bet on them, they cover. And shout out to Iowa State. I'm out. We'll see you next week, guys. Peace.